wherever you're listening or watching Radio Afiju. The time is 3 p.m.
Ẹ bá mi pè o. Àfíjù. Kí lorúkọ rẹ̀? Àfíjù. Rédíò. Àfíjù. Gbogbo èèyàn ló ń gbọ́ Àfíjù. Gbogbo èèyàn ló ń gbọ́ Àfíjù. Lórí WhatsApp. Àfíjù. Instagram. Àfíjù. Facebook. Àfíjù. Lórí X. Àfíjù. Lórí YouTube. Àfíjù. Lórí TikTok. Àfíjù. Kí lorúkọ rẹ̀? Àfíjù. Ẹ bá mi pè o. Àfíjù. Rédíò. Àfíjù. Gbogbo èèyàn ló ń gbọ́ 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 Àfíjù. Rédíò Àfíjù. Rédíò Àfíjù. Rédíò Àfíjù.
Stay informed with news on Radio Afiju.
First, a look at the highlights. ECOWAS backs Nigeria, says Niger's terrorism allegation against Nigeria unfounded. Dozens of migrants dead after boat sinks off Morocco. CDC analysis finds virus in Louisiana bird flu patient. Compliments of the season and welcome to the World News on Radio Afiju. My name is Pearl Durotoye. The news in detail. The Economic Hub West African States, ECOWAS, has described terrorism allegations against Nigeria and other member states by Niger Republic as unfounded, saying it is solidly behind its members. Niger Republic has accused Nigeria and other ECOWAS members of colluding with France to destabilize the country. However, ECOWAS in a statement described the allegations as baseless. ECOWAS then called on all states in the region to promote dialogue and stability and refrain from making accusations that are not supported by any evidence. In Osun State, Clement Hastrop of Bilaro Oluodo ruling house has been elected as the Owa Obokun Ajimoko III and paramount ruler of Ijesha land. He defeated 9 other candidates in a selection process held at the Ilesha West Local Government Secretariat along the Ilesha-Oshogbo motorway. Announcing the result, the head of local government administration in Ilesha West Local Government, Felicia Olabimtan, said Adesiri secured highest votes and emerged as the Owa Obokun elect. She said 6 of the kingmakers voted, while High Chief Adefioye Adedeji was absent and 7 others were not eligible. Speaking with newsmen after the exercise, the Ogboni of Ibokun, Oba Festus Awogboro and Elegboro of Ijesha land, Oba Olufemi Agonsoye, described the exercise as peaceful, congratulating the Owa elect and the Ijesha's smooth beginning of the new era in Ijesha land. Recall that the former Owa Obokun of Ijesha land, Oba Gabriel Adekunle Aromolaran, joined his ancestors on September 12, 2024 at the age of 86 after a brief illness. Benue State Governor Hyacinth Alia has vowed to ensure that perpetrators of unprovoked attacks on the Anwase community in Kwande local government area are apprehended to face justice. Aliyah, in a statement by his chief press secretary, Tesu Kula, expressed sadness over the attack that led to the death of many innocent residents. The governor strongly condemned the continued attacks on unharmed innocent citizens of the state by the bloodthirsty attackers. He condoled the families that have lost their loved ones in the attack and sympathized with the injured, saying his thoughts of comfort and prayers were with them at the difficult time. The Garun Malam local government area of Kano State has shut down the Kwana Gafan tomato market, allegedly turned into a place of prostitution, adultery, homosexuality, and other immoral activities. It was gathered that the alleged immorality being perpetrated by some youths and married women within the premises of the market prompted the local council authority to take the action to restore sanity at the market. The council's chairman, Aminu Kadawa, who confirmed the development, said all occupants in the market were given a 7-day ultimatum to vacate the premises or face the full wrath of the law. The local government chairman added that a date would be announced on when the market will be reopened for normal activities. Away from Nigeria, Malian authorities said at least 69 people died, including 25 Malian nationals, after a boat headed from West Africa to Spain capsized off Morocco on December 19. The Ministry of Malians Abroad said in a statement after collecting information to reconstruct the incident that the makeshift boat was carrying around 80 people when it capsized, that only 11 survived. It added that a crisis unit has been set up to monitor the situation and will report any further updates. The Atlantic migration route from the coast of West Africa to the Canary Islands, typically used by African migrants trying to reach Spain, has been a surge this year. The route, which traces the Atlantic coast of Mauritania and Morocco up to Spain, is reportedly one of the world's deadliest. In Asia, South Korea has voted to impeach its acting president, Han Duck-soo, 2 weeks after parliament voted to impeach its president, Yoon Suk-yeol. A total of 192 lawmakers voted for his impeachment, more than the 151 votes needed for it to succeed. Prime Minister Han took over the role after President Yoon was impeached by Parliament following his failed attempt to impose martial law on 3 December. Han was supposed to lead the country out of its political turmoil, but opposition members of Parliament argue that he was refusing demands to complete Yoon's impeachment process. In Europe, Romania's defense ministry said Romania's radar systems detected late yesterday a small flying object, likely a drone, breaching national airspace up to 6 kilometers inland in the southeastern country of Turkey. The European Union and NATO state, which shares a 650 kilometers border with Ukraine, has had Russian drone fragments fall on its territory repeatedly over the past year and a half as Moscow attacks Ukrainian port infrastructure. The ministry said the radar first picked up the signal at 1904 GMT, 15 kilometers east of Çilyabekir in Turkey County. It alerted the population of the county to take cover and began procedures to scramble fighter jets, but the radar lost the signal at 1909 GMT. The ministry said there is no information about a possible target impact on national territory. In the Americas, a genetic analysis of samples from the patient in Louisiana recently hospitalized with the country's first severe case of H5N1 bird flu showed the virus likely mutated in the patient to potentially become more transmissible to humans, but there is no evidence the virus has been passed to anyone else. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said in an analysis the patient was infected from sick and dead birds in a backyard flock. The mutations the agency identified in samples taken during hospitalization weren't found in the birds, suggesting they aren't in the virus wildly circulating in wildlife. The agency emphasized the risk to the general public has not changed and remains low, but said the detection of the genetic mutations underscores the importance of ongoing genomic surveillance in people and animals, containment of avian influenza AH5 outbreaks in dairy, cattle, and poultry, and prevention measures among people with exposure to infected animals or environments. A judge has ruled that the woman accusing U.S. rapper Jay-Z, real name Sean Carter, of rape can proceed anonymously in a lawsuit, a decision made in light of the sensitive nature of the allegations. The ruling comes as Jay-Z's legal team faces criticism for what the court described as a relentless filing of combative motions. The lawsuit, filed on December 8, accuses the rapper Carter and Sean Combs of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000. Both men have denied the allegations, with Carter calling them heinous in nature and a blackmail attempt. He has also sought to dismiss the suit, maintaining his innocence. In the Middle East, staff at a hospital in northern Gaza say the building has been surrounded by Israeli forces and they are being ordered to evacuate along with all patients after reports of a nearby airstrike that the local health ministry said killed about 50 people. Hospital director Hussam Safiya said in a post on social media earlier in the day that Israeli forces are besieging Kamal Adwan Hospital and issuing orders for its evacuation. A nurse and a journalist inside the hospital, which is in the enclave's Beis Lahia district, said the same. Abu Safiya said the hospital and its surroundings have come under an onslaught of Israeli attacks in recent months. According to the Ministry of Health in Gaza and Abu Safiya, late on Thursday, about 50 people, including 5 medical workers, were killed after Israeli strikes nearby. Israeli forces have unleashed a series of strikes on the Yemeni capital Sana'a and the western city of Hodeidah, killing at least 6 people and injuring dozens more. A spokesperson for UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said in a statement an assault on the capital's airport hit as a high-level UN delegation led by World Health Organization WHO Director General Tedros Ghebreyesus was due to fly out of it. The Yemen-based Iran-backed Houthis vowed to retaliate, and hours later, Israel's military said a missile launched from Yemen was intercepted before crossing into Israeli territory. The Houthis are yet to comment on the intercepted missile. Now talking sports, a man shot dead in a Christmas Day execution in Brazil has been identified as the brother-in-law of Real Madrid striker Endrick. According to reports, Mauricio Goncalves, 38 years old, was killed in a hail of bullets at a street bar in Samambaia, near the capital city of Brasilia. Witnesses say he was shot multiple times in the head while attempting to escape what authorities are calling a targeted attack. Goncalves was the brother of the partner of Hendrick's older sister, Lavínia Sudre, but local media in Brazil have been referring to him as the footballer's brother-in-law. After the tragic news, Lavínia changed her Instagram profile picture to an image of a black ribbon in mourning. The murder occurred early on Wednesday morning, and Goncalves' funeral was scheduled for Thursday afternoon at 3 p.m. local time. As of Thursday, police were still investigating the killing, with no arrests reported. Before we go, here again are the highlights. The Economic of West African States, ECOWAS, has described terrorism allegations against Nigeria and other member states by Niger Republic as unfounded, saying it is solidly behind its members. Elsewhere, Malian authorities say at least 69 people died, including 25 Malian nationals, after a boat headed for West Africa to